But I had my own web page up in 95 because I was doing the School of Business at ASU help desk, and I'd see these good sites and I'd want to remember to show the faculty. And so I would put them all up on my web page, and then I just had to remember that URL, and I could say, hey, this is a really good thing you can do with Word or Excel or something like that. So I'm very, very efficient at creating web pages and that. And so this summer I immersed myself in learning ChatGPT, and I felt like you had to first understand ChatGPT before I could go on to look at how is Excel GPT or what prompts to ask it. And I would just, all these sites that I came up with, I would just put them up here on my web page, which is actually a wiki. And then the Excel, actually, I didn't really look that much into until classes started in August, because I had just been researching what's ChatGPT. And I'm an early adapter of new technologies. In the early 80s, I got into PCs, and my mainframe colleagues told me I didn't do real work. Then when they finally had job descriptions for the computer support roles, I moved on to the next technology, and I had my web page up in 1995, and then I did the W.P. Carey School of Business MBA web pages. And since I had that degree, they only had to tell me key things like dates or what the tuition was. I could write the rest of it. And so when that finally marketing realized that was really their job for that, I said, what's my next technology? And I had a speaker for the MBA that I listened to, and she in the early 2000s said education was going through a major change. And I had missed teaching people how to do things. So I quit and have been teaching part-time and that. And with ChatGPT coming out, I saw the same major transition of changing the world with how we use technology. So immersed myself into there. And I'm not the person that goes out there and climbs hills and finds this new technology. I'm the one that paves paths for other people to be able to get there so they can get to their jewels or treasure. And so then I wanted a picture that symbolized that. So I would use Veed.io to create that picture. And so this site is just for Let's Excel GPT, and I have an email attached to it. So this is a Google web page I created. So I'm not going to go over the ChatGPT. We've been talking about this all today, but did you know that Old McDonald's Farm is even using artificial intelligence? Yeah, they now sing AI, AI, oh. All right, I see a smile. So I want to talk about Excel GPT. And with the breakout section, I'm going to go here with making ChatGPT give me a budget. And that's what I had my students do for an assignment. And I showed that to them first. And it was reasonable to have them do that assignment. Well, I discovered a phenomenal app this summer that was sitting in Excel, and I would just type in English what I wanted, and it returned what I was asking for. Problem is, it only had a 90-day license, and I'm too cheap to go and pay a monthly fee and all that. So I'm not showing you that. here again, like I have on my other pages, is things that I collected as resources to go to. So my Excel add-on isn't working, and I wanted something where I could type this to have it tell me what it was, but within Excel, not having to go to ChatGPT. Well, there's a site called There's an AI for that. And I purposely sent the parameter of Excel with the link that I saved. So if you look up here, it says Excel plus AI plus add-on. So I had filled out that query and just copied the URL and to what I made for the web page. So it has all kinds of Excel add-ons. And when I was going through it first, I noticed that there's one called where are they? And so today it's looking at different things it's providing. Oh, there's one called GPT Excel, and then there's one called Excel for GPT. And if I open my Excel, I have a bunch of add-ons over here in Excel. So the ChatGPT for Excel was a really cool one, but it says I have to pay money now. Oh, that's the different one. There's the screen. It won't show me anything until I go buy premium. So there was also ChatGPT for Excel and Word, and I've used that one. So I can come down here and I just said, try this example. And it said, use the GPT function to have it write a tagline. So that, of course, created its own new sheet. And I use Excel because I teach Excel. And the campus standard is Google Docs, but we teach Excel. And as I say to my students, now you have two skills, Microsoft Office and Google Docs. So here I wanted it to write a formula. Okay, so up here I have to go and tell it equals GPT, left parentheses, quote, calculate this month's current value by multiplying current value times 1.1. So let's see what it comes up with. So it says it's busy, and it tells me how to calculate it. It doesn't do it for me. So I found this very, very frustrating because I had seen the other one where if I typed that in, it would have done that for me. So all it did was type it in as text. And here it shows equals GPT, write a tagline for a bookshop and close that. And when we went and did that over there for write a tagline, it did that fine for us. So it probably doesn't know what current value is. And So I'm going to give in and tell it H4. And now let's see what it does. So again, it's also notice that what's up there for the formula is not the same as what we're seeing in the cell displaying. So it's just telling me what to do there. So I didn't really see that that was that great a value for putting that in. So what you're going to also see is there's nothing that is the perfect tool and that. So let's go over to show formula bot. So interestingly enough, the formula I'm sitting on, it's already giving me how can I increase the current value by 10%. And here's what it's saying. Put that in the function. And then it seems like I'm looking for a way to increase the value by 10%. And I can just use this simple math. Assuming the current value is in cell A1, you can just do equals A1 times 1.1. Well, if I come over here and do equals the cell to my over here in H1 times 1.1, that'll give me the correct answer. So again, it's not doing a lot of the work for me in telling me the right, oh, insert in a cell. I didn't notice that. Let's put that over there. So equals GPT is more likely wanting us to tell what's the name of the company and that. And I would have to go further looking at how can I get it doing the generating of that. And I feel like I'm sharing with you that I don't know how to use the tools because there's no one right tool except for that ChatGPT for Excel that I have to pay money for. There's a lot of them out there trying. So when I went out here on, there's an AI for that, you can see that I'm getting a lot of choices for that. And that's usually not where I'm getting my choices from. Where I'm getting my choices from is email lists that I subscribe to. So here's one where I'm getting AI for education and 11 new prompts for educators. That sounds interesting to me because it's hard to write prompts. And that where else? And so I have a whole bunch of emails that I send to a separate account that's giving me ideas and that on what's out there for ChatGPT. And
are you ready to revolutionize your professional learning? It's time to ignite your passion with EduMatch. Inspire, connect, and grow. Access over 150 professional learning facilitators and explore a wide range of educational topics. This is not just professional development, this is a movement. Discover how EduMatch can support your school or district. Connect with us today and make a world of difference for your students. To learn more, visit us online at edumatch.org.
And then also over in Facebook, I have different lists. And I purposely left this one over to share with you because I searched for Excel GPT And here it's showing groups I could join. And if I hit refresh, I might even see more new ones. I just purposely left it on that screen. So I belong to ChatGPT ideas, tips, and tricks. And here's one that talks about in GPT-4, I can do formulas and that. So that's a lot of where I'm getting my information. And then I'm just putting it together for my organization. Did I just close it? Yeah, I just closed it. If I go back in here, did you know that if you close some items in your browser, you can come back up here and I have to go to the history and look at how it has recently closed. So I learned long ago to email URLs to myself and things like that. And so here we're looking at, I started with that, the labs generative AI function. I was playing with that last night and I wasn't liking that. But as I've been going along, I've been getting videos or links to come and put in here. So here I have talking about the AI features of Excel.
Just wanted to start a business.
And of course we have spam first.
And then what to do for the rest of the cells. So multiply.com.
So I just want to make sure you know that
you can see that as
you can come down here
Excel has already done
and
a pretty good job.
here's
When you're ready,
saying what he's
hit
going to talk
enter,
about.
and all of these values get automatically extracted.
So he's going to talk about flash
This
fill,
function is
letting
called
Excel
flash
write
fill.
formulas.
You can also trigger this by pressing Control E.
But I have something over
Let's see
here,
this in a more advanced
and it's
scenario.
called
Further down here, I have got some details, and I just want to extract
Merlin.
the amount.
It's
Now,
called
the
Merlin.
is the amount,
And
anything in
Merlin
the end,
summarizes
just a number,
videos for me.
but the separator is
So
subheads
usually I
plus
would come
columns,
in and have it
subheads,
summarize the
sometimes it
video.
just follows. And I just want to extract the amount. So I'm typing 500.
And it's telling me what it's
140,
going to talk about.
and 300. And after typing,
So of course I can
values, I'm
copy
gonna
and
press
paste that
Control
into my PowerPoint,
Excel
can't
will
I?
extract the values again for me.
And that.
Pretty good job, really. So this
So
particular
there's videos
feature
that
of Excel
do
is called
a better job than me than explaining what some of this is. So as I go back, I have links to videos for you. I'm an organizer. And I do a lot of behind the scenes getting the class set up so that when they complete an assignment group for a day, I move it to the bottom of the list and that most faculty aren't doing. So of course you have to have the app installed, and this gives you directions on that. But I can't show it because I don't have the license. So, but I put those in there so you could install it and try it for a few days. But down here, ZDNet did a really huge publication monthly magazine on ChatGPT, and it even had something on Excel formulas and talking about how going over to Excel and having it create the formula. And so here it has some other AI chatbots. So that's just talking in general about Bing, ChatGPT, and all of that. It's not my Microsoft Office Excel links. And how to write your Excel formulas. So I thought that this really was a good example for you guys to go through. Open ChatGPT in your spreadsheet and you're over in ChatGPT and not working directly necessarily inside your spreadsheet. You go and ask it what formula to use, and then you come and put the formula in here. And you have to be very clear with ChatGPT. Whereas when we were talking more of general stuff on the reading and writing side of the house, we were letting ChatGPT figure out what I was really asking for. Here we're being more specific so that it will give us the precise formula to use. So again, this was from ZDNet, and they've been publishing forever. When I did the help desk, I got their PC magazine, and I still subscribe to it to get resources like this. I forgot to turn my timer on. How am I doing on time? And then here's another resource. What are the ChatGPT add-ons for Excel? Yeah, there's an app for it. I went to the same thing. And this one just looked for AI in Excel, and it gave me something about keyword search. But look at from $97 a month. So I'm not going to go and look at that. And as you know, for the web searching, the better you use terminology sometimes with these things, the better you're going to get answers for what you want. Where this is an example I might put in, but I put this in ChatGPT and it came back with this kinds of information. It's like, I don't want to create examples for that. So I told it to give me examples. And it did. It was really good how it auto-generated it for me. And again, this was the add-on that I have to pay for now that's doing this for me. But what's also interesting is the web page that I created through Google, and I can't think what my option is. Where am I editing it? It's through the Google web creation thing. It wouldn't let me copy and paste the spreadsheet in and then it convert the HTML to have it. I had to save and make this a JPEG and send the JPEG up to it. So, technology will do all these really nice things, and then there's one thing that it doesn't do for you. And so then over here too, the Excel add-in and working inside Excel is better. But as I looked at ChatGPT this summer, immersing, trying to understand just what is ChatGPT. And then a piece of the ChatGPT is the most important, which is what prompt do you write to get the answer you want? And so I, have bookmarks here of prompt ABC for teachers, question well. So this is an article or a video. It's an article. So this talks about what kinds of things you're looking at. And I like this. So I bookmarked it for that page. And Question Well is a site where I can put a formula in. So let's go explore the features. So here again it's talking more of data you research and how to use the tool and things like that. And then how can I export it? I want to go put it in Canvas, in a Quizlet thing or something like that. So again, as I researched it this summer, I just looked for what kinds of tools do I want. 70 ChatGPT prompts for teachers, topics of ChatGPT prompts, write effective prompts. And so again, the email list that I subscribe to, one of them would have that in the article with a link to it. And I'm like, oh, that's a good description. Let's put that up on my web page. And again, I'm favoring prompts for teachers, prompts for educators. And a lot of times I have one place that'll send me, here's some free prompts. Well, I don't care about the side of the house I'm not teaching. I only want relating to Excel or something like that. So they may say they have 10,000 prompts, but if I look at what I would use, it's only this little 5 down here. So as they say, that's the kinds of things that it's teaching. And here's a good resource that I found, and they're smart as a PDF. I could download it and it tells where I got it from. But in Excel, I can have ChatGPT create things like this for me if I give it the data. And right now, I'm not seeing an easy way in Excel to have that do that. But I have to learn more about that side of the house as things are changing, as new releases come out with things in it. I have my IT department trying to see if in our campus license for Microsoft Office, can we say I have a license for that Excel add-on and things like that. And so again, as you look at my site, you're seeing a prompt I might give it with the data I have. And I haven't worked long enough with it to go and be in Excel. And
EduMatch Publishing is dedicated to inspiring a love of reading in children one story at a time. Our books are designed for all ages and are written by educators for all students. Our goal is to transform your home or classroom into a world of reading, where students can explore and learn. As the publishing branch of EduMatch, we're proud to offer books that are created by experts in the field of education. Order your books today and start a new tradition with the special kiddos in your life. Visit our website to learn more.
so something called Formula Bot, it's only going to tell me what to do. It's not going to do it for me. So column J should have a 10% increase from what is in column H. I had to feed it that and then put it in cell J4 and then copy it down through the rows. So let's submit it again. Oh, I have a monthly limit here of 5 requests and that. So to me, that's one of the biggest challenges that I see out there, particularly as I go into the detail on Excel, is so many of the sites have limits on how many times I can use it. Sometimes it's per day. This one, it looks like it's per month. And this one I'm in Show Formula Bot. Let's minimize this one. I'm in Formula Bot here too. Here I'm in ChatGPT for Excel and Word. And here's Excel Labs Generative AI, and I had no success with that one. So here, I wanted to say equals labs dot, and it's filling in the generative AI. No, it's not giving me the formula. Generative AI. And there's no space between the AI and the left parentheses, but last night it was yelling at me for that. So here it wants prompt, in this case, temperature. I'm not doing temperature. So the prompt is calculate increase of 10% over value of H4. And that should have been in parentheses, or I mean quotation marks, as well as parentheses. So I'm only giving it that, and I think it wants more parameters. Do you like how it shows busy? And notice it has something there. So let's say help on this error. And it can't even figure out what I did wrong. So most likely I needed to put a comma and tell it where to put it or something like that.